Welcome to The Drop-In. With me, Dean Fagan.
And me, Tisha Mary. I thought you was going to say hello. You're keeping it mixed up.
I do not say hello.
Hello and welcome to The Drop-In. Yeah!
My brain.
Oh, wow. Did you genuinely think that's what you say?
Yeah.
Welcome to The Drop-In. No, you always say hello.
Are we ever going to get this right?
Never. I mean, it's been months and we've still not mastered the art of an introduction.
No, never mind. Maybe it's our thing. Maybe
it's all right.
It's what we do.
Yeah. Argue at the beginning of the segment. We always do that. Nothing new.
Dean, that's not right. Do it again. No, Tisha, I don't want to do it again. How are we?
I'm really good. How are you?
I've just realised. How are we?
What?
It's the name of that mobile phone company, isn't it? They believe is like putting spying tabs on every person's mobile phone, like with the 5G thing.
What?
Have you heard about it?
No.
Yeah, massive conspiracies about.
What's happening? What 5G thing?
So this company called Huawei.
Oh, how are we? For God's sake. Yeah.
Is like it's the infrastructure to put in 5G all across England.
And what's 5G?
UK. 5G is better than 4G.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's one up.
But what's the conspiracy?
So the conspiracy is that it's like political stuff. So they feel like the Chinese, because it's a Chinese-owned company, are going to they're going to spy on the UK. Yeah. So
I'm sorry if you're deaf from me doing that. That's interesting. You know, people think that the Alexa is a spy.
Yeah.
And that you have to be careful what you say in front of Alexa, which I think is hilarious. Because if you think about it, Alexa is always listening for her name.
Exactly, yeah.
So is she always listening?
Well, apparently.
Alexa.
Well, they're using it in court cases, stuff like that, like for murders and all that stuff. Yeah, because it constantly records and you can tap into that information.
No, stop it now.
Yeah. And that's what Huawei.
I mean, I'm acting like I'm shocked. I don't say anything interesting in my home, so I'm safe.
Should I boil my eggs today or should I fry them?
I just go, Alexa, put the timer on for 4 minutes.
Tisha, something very iffy about her. Keeps timing things.
Oh my gosh, Alexa is definitely inspiring on us. She is.
And Google.
Did you ever watch I Am Legend? What was the other one? The robot one. iRobot. And that the computer system was trying to take them down. It was trying to corrupt all the robots.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Alexa, you can't beat me. I will unplug you.
You're going to be like the John Connor of the real world.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's
Tisha Mary,
so funny.
Come with me if you want to live. Come on. Oh God. Anyway, we digress.
Slightly, yeah.
We've got a very, very good little episode here.
A good
this week.
Fabulous episode, yeah.
Fabulous episode, yes.
We had so much fun recording as well, and she is just so infectious.
Absolutely.
Charlotte Hannah is infectious, adorable, just beautiful, and with insane amounts of great energy.
Yeah.
So this episode will certainly make you smile.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you'll feel the good vibes through her. She is a singer, an up-and-coming singer. She's doing very well at the minute. She's touring around the country.
She is.
Singing with loads of very important people.
And writing some incredible music.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had a listen, didn't we?
Yeah, and she's working really hard.
And killing and blowing up YouTube.
Yeah.
100,000 views on videos. I mean...
You know what I mean?
Insane.
It's crazy. So persistence, I think people say, is the way forward. So
absolutely.
She is,
consistency as well.
Yeah, she is the embodiment of that.
Perfect.
But yeah, it's. I hope you're knocking the mic there.
Sorry.
I hope this episode sort of captures like a soon to. I can't get my words out.
Okay.
A soon to be star.
So passionate.
Before
yes,
they
absolutely.
are a star.
Oh yeah. I said we need to get you while you're hot because there'll be a time we won't be able to get hold of her.
We were like, remember when you did the interview with us, Charlotte?
Who are you? Only kidding.
I'd rather forget that moment. Polite, thank you very much.
And she's awesome.
Yeah, she's cool. So
but before we get on to that,
yeah,
let's talk about what we've done this week.
Oh, aye.
Talk to me.
Talk to you. I was at a wedding on Saturday.
Oh, whose wedding was this?
It was a good friend of mine.
Oh,
yeah.
Have I met them before?
No, you haven't.
Right.
So you know when you have friends all throughout your life and they're just there, and they'll never not be there. If you know what I mean.
You don't need to see them every day, but when you meet, it's
exactly.
No time's passed. Yeah.
So this guy, I remember the first day I ever met my mate, and we were both sat at the bus stop, and we just randomly sat. We didn't know each other at all. We never met each other before, And we got talking for some reason. And we were like, oh, right, okay, so what are you doing today then, mate? He's just a nice, cool guy. I think he's had a cigarette smoking at the time. So, yeah, he's just, going off to college first day. And I went, oh, right, really? What are you doing? I went, performing arts. He went, you joking? I went, yeah. I'm doing performing arts as well. So, you're joking? At Stockport? Yeah, Stockport. Oh, my God. What's your name, mate? My name's Dean. Oh, my God, my name's Dean as well.
What? I've heard you talk about Dean.
Yeah, Dean Boynton. So, yeah, and I was like, oh, my God. Where do you live? In Withington. Mate, I live in Withington as well.
Stop it.
How have we never met each other up until this point is just beyond my comprehension.
And he got married.
Yeah.
How long had they been together for?
7 or 8 years, I think. They got 2 kids. They did the kids first, and then they got married. But beautiful, beautiful wedding.
Oh, wow.
And they did it up in St. Helens.
Did you take Harry?
We took Harry, yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. It was the sunny day on Saturday.
Beautiful.
And I was like, what more perfect day can you get to have a wedding? And it was outside as well, so luckily the weather was there. But it was at the back of this pub, and it had like 3 or 4 miles of grounds behind it, and they set up this massive tent with lights and everything else like that, and they just did it beautifully. It was like this rustic farm sort of theme. Aww. And it was good to see him get married. It was very nice.
Perfect. I love a good wedding.
Yeah, it was
good.
I really do. So it was good to see everybody, and
beautiful.
Congratulations.
Beautiful. Nice Easter wedding.
What about you?
So it was Easter weekend, wasn't it? Bank holiday.
Oh yes, I forgot that.
So Friday.
Rest in peace, Jesus.
Rest in peace. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I basically ate unlimited amounts of food.
Oh, did you?
Drank, and just sunbathed.
Good.
And it was beautiful. All the family was around. We had
did you not want to go to church?
3 times. 3 times.
3 times?
Incredible.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was just like an ultimate... Honestly, it felt like I was on holiday. It was great. Oh. It was so much fun. We played card games, board games. I know that sounds really boring, but it is good when everyone's had a drink and you're writing the
sounds really boring, those board games.
Okay. So, yeah, we were all outside just enjoying ourselves and just catching up and just having a laugh, and it was just so much fun.
Good.
I just wish every weekend was like that. And then the rain came,
you know what I mean?
It all finished.
Got it.
Yeah,
what board game did you play?
We played a game called... it was called the 90s... And trust me, when I said the 90s, everyone was like, ugh. I was like, listen, the best people were born in the 90s.
I think you'll find that's the worst decade
ever. And then people were like, why the 90s? What happened in the 90s? I was like, me.
Just a massive blank on the history book.
So that was really...
And just, they opened the page. Oh, what happened in the 90s? Tisha Mary.
Happened. So it was just dead chilled out. And then as soon as Tuesday came, I was like, right, back at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, it was loads of fun. I had a really good weekend. Yeah. The best of the year, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, and you took your car into my dad's garage,
I did. That was yesterday. That was hilarious. And really good. And do you know what? What a great garage. Like, they are all so lovely. I was looked after so well. They were just really nice. And I said to your dad, as I left, I said, I'm getting everyone to come here.
Aww.
Honestly, I feel like I've been really looked after. It was quick, it was easy, they taught me through everything. I didn't feel like I was getting scammed.
Yeah.
And I love a good bag.
That's a good bargain, yeah.
I love a bag.
Got a nice little cheap service.
Yeah, so cheap, but perfectly done.
Yeah, there you go. Well, what can I say? It's my dad.
Exactly. I just think sometimes... And this is not, being sexist or anything, but when women go into garages, I'm not saying that women don't know about the cars. I'm just one of the women that don't. I just feel like,
my dad did say that. She don't really care for cars much, does she, Tisha?
What? Is that what he said? Yeah. Why? What did he say?
You could just tell that. You just, there you go. Have it.
Handed my keys to it and off I went. And I went with a friend who drives a gorgeous car, and your dad said, because I needed obviously picking up because I didn't have a car for a few hours. And... your dad was like, oh, Tish, what do you think of the car? And I went, hey, it's all right, isn't it? And he went, all right? I was like, I'm really not fussed. Once you're in a car, you don't really know what you're driving.
That's true, unless
do you know what I mean?
It breaks down.
Unless it breaks down. Yeah. You want something reliable, but I don't need no fancy car.
No.
Cut to me in a few years' time.
Driving a
casual Lamborghini. So, yes, it was very efficient and great. Good. And I loved it. And I will be going there from now on.
Absolutely. It's the Motor Corner, by the way.
The Motor
Might as well give a shout
out.
So
close to the Trafford Centre.
It is, yeah.
Like literally down the road, around the corner.
And it's on a corner.
Yes, it
That's
is.
the name.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought? Wonder how long it took them to think of that name.
Exactly. Right, on to a shout out and a thank you and a thank out. Oh, I can't talk.
A thank you and a thank out.
There's always at some point in the podcast where I go, oh, I can't talk.
Oh, you know. It's those gin and tonics.
Right. Here we go. This is from L Mitchell22 on Instagram, commenting on the soundbite I posted about me getting the worst dressed. I'm all right with it though, no problem.
You sure?
No problem. You look beautiful in that dress. I'm sure the comment for worst dress was because the pink clashed with the red carpet. Ha ha ha. It's the bloody carpet's fault, girl. Thank you, Lisa Mitchell.
Yeah, they'll just change it to a blue carpet from now on. Yeah. Change that whole matter.
Well, they didn't get the memo that I was dressing in pink.
You don't have to make Tisha feel better, by the way, guys. Flipping it.
I've got good friends, all right? Okay, that's it for the shout out.
Well, there you go. She just wanted to jam that one in there. It's not, the person isn't even real. She made it up.
Hey, it's my friend Lisa. Me and Lisa go way back. Love you, Lisa.
Oh, bless.
Okay.
Right.
Shall we?
Here we go.
Let's stop gassing and let's get on with today's episode.
So here we go. The one and only Charlotte Hannah. Hello, Charlotte.
Hi, hello.
How are you doing on this fine day?
I'm very good, thank you.
Are you excited? Are you relaxed?
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
It's my first podcast ever, actually.
Wow.
First ever.
Well, so
very
far,
excited.
you're pretty confident. You look like you're ready to go, and you look like you've done it before. So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Winning.
Winning all round.
Yay.
We've brought you onto the show because I met you last year.
Yes.
And it was at this Christmas party
Yes.
of friends we all know, Tisha as well.
I wasn't there though.
You weren't there that time,
I wasn't. Was it a good party?
It was lovely.
Good.
It was
Yeah.
really fun.
I missed a good one.
no. I saw you sing,
Yeah.
and you were absolutely fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
And we got talking to your dad
On the
and your
same
mum.
table?
Yeah, on the same table. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, it looks like you're blowing up. It looks like you really getting into the singing, and you got a producer. You're making songs.
Yeah, on the right track.
On the right track.
Amazing.
So I just thought it'd be before you blow up massively and become world famous.
And we can't get in touch with you, for love no money.
Yeah.
We thought we'd get you in now.
Yeah. So
Yay, I'd always come.
we'll catch you on the way up. So that's
thank you.
how we do things. So yeah, we thought you'd get you on and chat about how you got into things, into singing, into the industry, and
Of
you also
course.
YouTube, don't you?
Oh my gosh, can I
Yeah.
just jump in? So yesterday I got home really late. We were podcasting, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I thought I'm just going to give the house a quick, spring clean as I do. And I put I must have put a playlist on. You know how you can go on YouTube and instead of choosing a video, you can just watch them all.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding, I must have listened to about 20. I went through Ariana
Thank
Grande. I went through Sam Smith. I was listening to literally everything. I'm not kidding. I'm
There
trying
is
to now
quite
think
a
of
lot
other
on
things
there.
that I was listening to, and I just went through them all. And you have the most beautiful voice,
Thank
and you're
you
so
so
easy to
much.
watch. And I
Thank
loved
you.
that at the end of every video, you had like a little snippet where you said, "Thank you for watching." If you could, I was like, "Oh,
I'm glad you appreciate
it
that.
was lovely," and I love that you were singing. And there was this massive plant in the corner. I was like, "The
yeah.
greenery there, love it, love it."
That plant needs watering, actually.
Does it?
It's not in my videos anymore because it's kind of half brown. If you didn't know.
Oh, poor plant.
I'm not very good at that.
I loved it. And you sang one of my
thank
favourite
you.
Sam Smith songs, No
No
Peace.
Peace.
Oh,
That's my
gosh.
dad's favourite, actually. He always tells me every single time I've got to do a gig, and I'm like, okay, from YouTube, which ones do you like? He's like, Sam Smith, No Peace,
Yeah,
No Peace.
No Peace is such a beautiful song. It
glad you
really
like
is. And the it's just so relaxing and calm. And it's with Yabba, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yabba.
Just gonna move your.
We're going to
mic down.
footnote that one. I think
sorry.
it's going to annoy me.
You're gonna. It's what? Footnote?
Yabba. Is it Yabba?
Yabba. I'm
Yabba.
pretty
With
not
an E.
Yabba. I'm thinking Yabba.
Yabba
I
dabba
thought
doo.
I thought you were saying ABBA then. I was like,
No, Yabba. And it's just beautiful. You were beautiful,
Yeah.
very easy to listen to, and so talented.
So what came
thank
first then?
you.
Did you start singing first, or did you start YouTube first?
Started singing first.
Started singing first,
Yeah,
of course.
so I've always sang as a little girl. Like, that was just my thing. I was so shy, though. Growing up, I was like the shyest little girl ever. So my parents, I don't say they were very shocked, but I don't think a confident performance kind of like in the spotlight career was maybe what they envisioned for me growing up.
What did they envision you?
I've got no idea. I don't know. I was just very
what
shy.
happened? Just one day, did you decide to start singing for them?
I did always put shows on to the family.
Of
like,
course.
you know, I'd learn the song, I'd like sing. For them, I was a very confident child, like in the house. But then I went to a musical theatre group from 7 years old, and I just always like clung to the back. I was just like always in the background. I was like there, but like never in the spotlight. Right. But no, I just suddenly like one day, like I just thought, right, this is what I want to do for my career. I knew this from a very young age, from like 9 or 10. I was like, I'm going to be a pop star. Like that's it. But I was very shy about it, and I thought, well, if I want this, you know, fear is only what I create in my mind. Yeah. So let's just get rid of it and let's just do it. And that's what I did. I was like, I'm confident now, and that's how it's going to be.
What, you just woke up one day and then that was it? Confident?
Probably, but no, not probably one day. But I think over time, I just kept pushing myself. So I would apply for like the lead role, or I'd do a solo.
You literally threw yourself into the fear.
I do that a lot. I always do that. I always find myself in the deep end.
Did your parents like encourage you to do that, or was this just you?
Honestly, they are the most encouraging parents ever. I'm sure, like, being in this industry, you've got to have a lovely support.
Absolutely, yeah.
But they've always been so encouraging. My mum moved to Birmingham with me to study music. So
did she?
Yeah. So I don't know if you've heard of Birmingham Orchestra Academy, but I studied there. It's like sister school to the Brit School.
Right.
And when I was 12, I applied, and I got a place. And obviously, I live in Yorkshire, so I couldn't travel like 2 or 3 hours every day.
Oh my God! So how long was your mum doing that for?
I just spent for 2 years. So yeah, 10 and 11. So 13 to I was 16 when I started sixth form. So I moved back up here when I was 16. So like 2 or 3 years.
And it was just you and your mum?
Yeah. So
and what about your dad? Was he on his own?
Yeah, well, we rented a house down there. Dad lived up here. With his job, he could travel quite a bit, luckily. So we saw him every weekend. But yeah, so literally...
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Monday to Friday.
Well, that will pay off. You remember that, your mum and your dad, and you buy them that place in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
someone with a Range Rover. That's what
yeah.
Well, Dad's having a Range Rover and Mum's having whatever she wants.
Whatever she wants.
From literally being 10 years old, I was like, what do you want, Dad? I'll repay you, I promise.
Oh, wonderful. That's so good. What a great support system. Yeah. Amazing. So you went to the Birmingham, what was it called again?
Ormiston Academy. Ormiston.
Wow, amazing. And then what happened after that?
Yeah, so I was there for 2 years, had like the best time ever. It was very, do you know what? It was a very different change from going from like a normal high school to then a performing arts environment. The atmosphere was just insane, like full of musical theatre, enthusiasts. Can you say that? I don't know.
Enthusiasts,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
And just artsy people. It was literally just the most energetic, great.
And that's healthy for you, because you'll have come from somewhere where not many people have sang, and you'll have been, you know, the better singer, the top of your game, and then thrown into something where you're a small fish in a big pond, which is great for growth, isn't it?
Oh yeah. You kind of have to like not improve. You kind of fast track your growth, would you say, or your?
You have to get mature really quick.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I think it really like pushed us all to just like accelerate and just like kind of get better and improve. Like we had, I think compared to maybe an hour a week of music at normal high school, we had like maybe 7 hours plus or something. So we just had a lot more time to like work on the craft and things. Yeah. But everyone was just so like enthusiastic.
And what sort of style of music do they teach there? If you wanted to do like pop, R&B, or is it all like classical theatre and musical theatre and all that sort of thing?
If you wanted to do musical theatre, there's different pathways.
Oh,
so
amazing.
you do the musical theatre pathway. I just did the music pathway. So I think we just learnt like music theory. We definitely had like songwriting lessons, and we did a lot of group work. Like they'd send us off to like go and write a song or go and like put together a little show or something and come back. I don't think it was ever like genre specific though. I think we all had our own little niche. I think we were free to kind of express ourselves with whatever way we wanted to.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we had like yearly showcases, and like the one I was telling you earlier, I was too ill to perform at mine, so
because of your lactose intolerance.
Yeah, because of that. If it is that, I don't know. Just don't have dairy.
This might have been very bad timing.
Yeah. But I think.
But you're told to do that, aren't you? You're not supposed to drink milk or anything that clogs your throat.
Chocolate
stuff. Yeah, isn't it weird? Like but after I cut it out, I've heard like so much that singers don't have dairy, don't have chocolate, and I've heard about it a lot. And I was like, I think people sometimes must think, oh yeah, she sings, she just, she cuts it out because everyone else does. But no, I literally lost my voice from milk.
Wow.
Thank you.
What, like you were just like, how you doing? My him, Charlotte.
Yeah, honestly, it was the day of my final showcase at BOA, and I just had no voice. And Mr. Wilson, my teacher, was like, "Go on, Charlotte, you can do it." I'm like, I can't. I will embarrass myself.
So what did you have to do then? Did you have to put it off?
I didn't do it. I just didn't do the show. So that's what made me so like determined to like cut the milk out. Like, this is never going to affect me again. I'm going to not let it get the better of me. Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, so no more dairy, but I don't miss it. It's fine.
No.
It's fine.
We're here now.
Yeah.
No, we're here.
Exactly.
They're going to tell us to cut dairy out at some point anyway. They're all going to come back to us and say, you know what? Dairy is actually really, really bad for you.
Yeah.
You know, like we said, it was good for your teeth. It's not.
Or your bones.
And your bones.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not. We were speaking about this before, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's just a massive cowspiracy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm watching tonight, by the way.
The link
I'm going to do it.
on Netflix.
Anyway, so back to you. So getting to YouTube, how did that start?
So that started, I've always put videos on YouTube.
Right.
Like, not always, but every now and then, since being like, what age? Probably when I started BOA, so 13. I put videos on now and then. Just every now and then. And then it was only about, I think it was August, not last year, the year before, I just started to like religiously put them on YouTube like every week.
Was that quite scary for you? Because putting videos out there and for the world to see you're very open for criticism and for friends. Because I understand YouTube and Dean does, but
We've dabbled, haven't we, Tisha?
Yeah, for people that haven't, it's like, oh, what's she doing putting videos on YouTube?
Yeah.
And you literally are putting yourself out there. Were you a bit nervous about that, or were you just like,
do you know what?
Blinkers on, I'm going for this?
Blinkers on, definitely. I think I knew like when you start in YouTube, I mean, I feel like I am still starting. You know, it's always, you're kind of always growing. But when I started, I feel like...
She's rumbling.
So sorry.
Sorry, Charlotte.
This never happened. You still feel like you're new and no, it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Sorry, carry on, Charlotte. Go on.
Okay, so yeah, when I first started, I feel like it is quite intimidating because you haven't got like anyone listening to you at first.
Yeah.
And I think like people around you, say friends, family, they don't really, not everybody understands it. And you're kind of almost talking to yourself, singing to yourself, and people will go, and how's it going? And no one, I don't know, I feel like it's quite isolating, you know? And you've got to, there is a period of that for a while, and you've got to power through it. And eventually people do start to listen.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm very determined. A very determined.
So how long did it take before it started turning around? Like nobody was listening, say, for a certain period, and then.
Well, I was I don't want to say lucky, but I think I started posting videos about religiously, like from August. I'm probably going to get all my facts wrong now. My facts will be all wrong.
It's all right.
But I think a few months into it, I sang a cover of Feels by. Is it Calvin Harris, Pharrell Williams? It's the one with Katy Perry on.
Oh, yeah. Right.
You know more than me about that
bit. Yeah. So I sang that cover and it got it blew up. It went viral, a little bit viral.
Amazing.
So it got like over 100,000 plus views or something.
Oh my God.
So I was like, yay, something's working.
Yeah.
Yay. So that little boost meant that, hello. That little... boost of views, I think
got you some
subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some subscribers.
And people kind of watching a bit more, so that gave me a bit more encouragement.
So what advice would you then give to like a new YouTuber who wants to start off a channel?
Okay, my advice is never stop. Well, not never, but be persistent, keep going.
Yeah.
Consistency is the key. Sing relevant things that people are searching for.
Right.
And then don't let any hate get to you, because I think people hate on YouTube. I've had quite a bit.
It's a very open medium, isn't it? It's like, and everything is there for you to see. Not only the comments, but also the amount of views you get in, how many people like it or dislike it, and it is. It's quite
I think
hard
the
work.
other day I actually did get a bit of a hate comment, and there was you've edited your vibrato, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to edit vibrato. if you could, I don't know. You get all sorts of comments, and
wow.
I think sometimes it's just I don't know. I think people want to vent a little bit.
Thank you for thinking that I did, but that's actually my natural voice. But thank you.
Yeah, funny thing to.
How does it make you feel? Do you go, I'll tell you what, they don't have a clue, obviously, and I'm just going to ignore it, or do you feel the need to sort of reply and try and correct them?
I've definitely gone through phases of either letting it get to me, or then now I just don't look, or just kind of let it go over my head because.
Have you got a good a good fan base, some good subscribers that you keep in contact with? Because I'm guessing the same people come back and listen to your music.
Yeah,
so do you feel like you've got a good group of people supporting you?
I feel like I've got like you say, like a lot of love from a group of people who are very kind and enthusiastic and like religiously watch it. So
good. And do they come and see you at events? Like, did they come to the Christmas thing, or do you put on little things?
I'm only starting to gig like this year. Literally, like this is the start.
Brand
so
new.
yeah, so
we'd love to come and watch you.
Oh my gosh, yeah, please.
Yeah.
The first one's at Sheffield City Hall on the 29th of March. Plugging it.
Wow.
Of course. Anybody who's around there
amazing.
at that date, go see Charlotte because she's absolutely fantastic.
You are. You are. Who's your inspiration?
Ooh, okay.
Who do you look to? Like, whose voice do you really respect? What are you into?
Joe, I've got a big, like, eclectic mix. Is that the right word? Eclectic? I mean, a big amount.
Yeah.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
Because I love,
Wait a minute, let me just get my thesaurus out.
Yeah, please. Because I mean, I love like Michael Jackson and Adele.
Amazing.
And then we was talking earlier, I love Bruno Mars, and Ariana Grande is a big one, really big one, because I like followed her from being really, really young. Like she was the main female like inspiration for me growing
my little
up.
sister's
Really
obsessed.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bruno Mars. So when I first started songwriting, I was really little. He was releasing songs like "When I Was Your Man" and "It Will Rain," like like the ballad kind of pop music of his, and I was obsessed with that. So all my songs, my first cover on YouTube was Bruno Mars, "When I Was Your Man," which is not there now because
get rid of it.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible, but. So I really was inspired by him and his ballads. And it's funny now because he's another inspiration for my music currently because we've gone with a kind of funk vibe of his as well. So it's full cycle.
Yeah, you sent a couple of songs over that you're looking to release in the next couple of months. And I was the first thing I thought was like very Bruno Mars. And I'm loving Bruno Mars at the minute.
Yeah,
so
he's released a new song, hasn't he?
He
recently?
writes
with
much
Cardi
stuff.
B.
Yeah,
It's
another
great.
one.
Like
Great
Adele,
song.
All I Ask. Beautiful. No, All I Ask.
Did he write that?
Is it All I Ask?
All I Ask.
Yes,
All I
that's
Ask.
Bruno Mars.
I didn't know that.
Beautiful song.
He's a talented
stunning.
geezer.
He
That's all you can
really
say.
is.
Can
He
you dance?
really can do. What can he dance?
Can you dance?
Oh, I have choreography. I can't speak. I'm having story about the dancing. So I danced up until my musical theatre group, and then which was ballet. I gave it up for a few years. Took ballet up again. Ballet.
Belly ballet.
And then
That's what Tisha's going through right now.
I'm like,
You can hear that.
and then I did dance again in Birmingham. Gave it up again for like 4 years when I was at like college in Leeds. I just gave the dancing up. I was like, I'll just jump on stage. I don't need to dance. And
Put your hand in the air.
I'll just wiggle. It'll be fine.
Literally, that was the plan until I started working with Elliot and. We wrote all these songs and we was talking about gigs and he's like, Charlotte, so do you dance? And I was like, of course I dance. Of course I dance. So I like fast tracked choreography and got a choreographer and just kind of fast tracked.
But it'd be nice to have a choreographer to teach you like little moves and to get your rhythm down. Because when you're on stage, I'm not being funny, you don't see bloody Adele jigging around.
No,
she'll have that rhythm, she'll do her own thing. You'll find that.
Yeah.
But it is nice to have a choreographer so you can like get little tips on things.
Yeah. And like we have choreographed like some songs, we're still like in the process of it. But it is nice to know like on stage there's moves there that I've got that I can do in my brain that's like kind of programmed in. It's like a safety net, isn't it? Like
Absolutely.
You've got something
Bit
to
of
do.
eye-catching movement to grab people.
Yeah, and
in.
it's fun. I love it. I literally keep thinking like, why didn't I just keep dancing throughout? But I guess you can't like do everything.
Of course. You don't know what's going to happen.
So
everything happens for a reason.
Talk about bringing a choreographer in then. Is that a massive process about getting into the singing industries to sort of build a team around you now?
Yeah. I
Is that
think
easy
so.
or hard to do? Do you need to network or?
Well, I think where the studio is concerned. So what happened, how I fell into that, I guess. So my dad emailed. So I moved back up north when I was 16 to study the same course I was doing in Birmingham, but in Leeds.
Okay.
And when I started there, my dad emailed the team at Steelworks and just said, hi, my daughter wants to come write some songs and record an EP, can she come along? And we had a meeting with them. And they just said to me, oh, you've got a great voice, just keep working on it, be in touch, keep going, let us know how things go.
Yeah.
the year later, he sent them a song that I'd recorded at my college. And then they were like, Tom there was like, oh, this is great. Come in, let's have a meeting. Let's chat about the future. So we did that. And we had a chat with them, and they said, let's write together. Let's come onto our artist development program. Let's just make some music. Let's just, progress. And I was like, yay, cool. I was like, well, I'm going to university. Can I kind of do both? Mm-hmm. They were like, sure. But they kind of wanted me to just kind of go and focus on that because it's a lot of time commitment.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm building my team, by the way. This is the story.
No, I feel it.
So I did university and I started writing at Steelworks with Tom Barker. And I found that I was writing all these essays at university, and I don't know if you'll be the same being in the creative art entertainment world. You kind of learn better by just doing it, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah, throw yourself into it, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
sometimes there's things you can't teach, you have to experience it.
Honestly, without like dissing my uni, which I would never ever do because it's so important and great for so many walks of in the music
it helps
industry.
You meet people who you might potentially meet in the future, but at the end of the day, they can't give you a real world environment to learn in. So definitely go out there and experience yourself.
I was like coming back from the studio and like they're saying like I've learned so much more in like half a day there than I have in my whole year because at uni it was just like kind of like say getting into character on a microphone and just like technique singing and just like different things in writing that I was just like the environment was just so great. Yeah. So I finally decided to leave uni and then just do that full time. So then
what year did you? So how many years was you?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one. So I didn't obviously.
All right.
Thank goodness. I wasn't there forever.
It's not like a 3 to 4 year course.
No. I mean, I started working at Steelworks in the April. So I'd had September, November. I can't know the months, but 4 months or so at uni. And then I started.
Then he started
like half a year.
Right.
Yeah.
And what did the uni say to that then? Were they like, excuse me, or were they happy to see you go off and do it?
Well, I had like a one-to-one songwriting teacher who I think I spoke to it about a little bit. And I think he was, very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember I was on a songwriting course at uni and we had to submit a portfolio of songs and I submitted like 4 of my own that I just done like in my uni dorm, like on my laptop, and then I submitted one we done at Steelworks, and he played it, and he was like, Charlotte, what is this one here? He was like, have you done this on your own? I was like, no, I did it at the studio, and it was like not dissing myself at all, but the quality difference, like the standard of what we've made kind of outshone, and it got me excited, and I think he then saw what we were working on, and he was like, go for it.
Absolutely.
So then that's how the team started. So I was working with Tom for 2 years, just developing, and then he introduced me to Elliot last April.
Right.
Last April, 2018.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, so that's the team. That's the music team, and then goes on from there.
So
really.
You got your core, and then like you say with your choreographer and all the rest of these people who, because when you see I was watching a documentary on Lady Gaga.
Oh, I love it. Is it 5'2", 5'3"?
Oh yes, I've watched it too.
I love her so much.
She is. It's like I put it. You know what? Like when a boxer. It's not just a boxer going into the ring. It's his team around him, nutritionist, his trainer.
I haven't gone here.
Well, I'm just saying, but that's essentially what Lady Gaga.
An entourage of people.
An entourage of people to help her do the best she can possibly do.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see that.
Yeah, and do you know what? It is actually lovely having people around you in that environment because I think it is quite isolating. Obviously, being a solo singer and obviously songwriting on your own is it's just an isolating kind of small little world.
Yeah.
But then when you're meeting up with backing dancers for rehearsals and then going into a studio with a team there's a bit more camaraderie.
How exciting.
It's nice. Yeah, it's lovely. They're great to work with. So.
Are you scared of meeting any yes men or women?
What are yes men?
So people who may not have your best, it's going pretty deep now, may not have your best interests at heart, but they pretend they do.
Ooh, you mean like in the industry or just in general?
People that make false promises.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you've got to have your eyes open. I'm sure your family are with you with that as well.
Yeah, I think definitely over the years I've had people reach out to me like that who've been like, oh, I own this big fancy studio in LA. Come over. It costs like 30 grand.
Wow.
Just come on. And I've actually contemplated, but I'm like, but Mum, this is it. This is my break. And they're like, no, Charlotte, no.
I was told.
If someone really wants you to go to LA, they will pay for you to go over to LA.
I was told anytime somebody asks for money up front, no every single time. Absolutely no, because they shouldn't do. Like Tisha says, if they want you enough, they'll
pay for you to go over there.
Pay for you.
And there's so many people that this is the thing. You've got such a beautiful energy. You're such a beautiful girl, and you're very talented, and you've got a great energy that everyone is going to want to be part of it. So you're going to have your, and
savvy.
you've got to be savvy.
And this is where your dad and your mum will need to step in and really filter out the bullshit. So
you'll become the more, not to patronise you at all, but you are young, and as you grow up, you will filter out those people, because people like you, special people, you have a lot of people that want to jump aboard because they can see where you're going.
Absolutely.
So
got to be careful.
Absolutely, and you're a smart girl.
Thank
You'll
you.
know that.
I hope so.
Can we mention this, because we were speaking to a lady called Vicky Nolan?
Yes.
And she was in a very similar position to what you are right now. And she, I think, was a little naive, or
she was a lot younger than you. A lot younger.
She was 16 at the time, wasn't she? And she met some people who didn't have the interests at heart, and she ended up getting sued.
Oh, what happened?
It was just
she wanted to leave the management that she was with, and I do think a lot, and she'll tell you herself. You can read a book; it's amazing.
Fact, I've got it right
here. She was very young, and I think when you're 16, do you really, really know what you want? And if you're still growing and making your mind up about things, but I don't think that's relevant here. I think it's just watch out for the people who might not have your best. You've just got to do what you've got to do.
Because I think when people do praise you and things, it's easy to get excited. Like every single time that happens, I'd always try and run with something. But you've got to have that level head.
Absolutely. That you've got to have the perfect balance of, you want to be optimistic and you want to be excited, but you've also got to be reasonable.
Absolutely.
And that's where the balance is.
Yeah, and the worst thing with me is always when you've got to make a decision. Like what road you're going down, and you get all these options. I can't. I just want to do everything.
Are you business minded? Are you going? That's the direction I need to take, for sure.
Bit of both. Bit of both. I generally want to do everything. I don't like to say yes or no, or it scares me, like routes. When you get like opportunities like come to you, and you're like, okay, there's this road and there's this road.
But
I don't
you
know
can't
where
do
I'm gonna
both.
go.
You've got to do one.
I'm terrible. But I think.
Do you think then
the end,
it's the little choices that make up to the big choice in the end? Like
I feel that. I'm very like a believer in like, I was looking on your Instagram and you've watched Bandersnatch, the Netflix thing. Yeah. My brain works a lot like that.
Right, okay.
And like the I remember that because when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, because I was obsessed with that Black Mirror episode.
Yeah. I was. Tisha didn't like it too much.
Did you not?
Wasn't a fan. I thought it was awful, but never mind.
I was. We've got
I thought
a group.
the idea was okay.
Yeah.
I just thought it was horrendously portrayed. I was like, what is this?
What was it about it?
Just the fact that there was no choice,
dark, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there was no choice.
No. But I think that's the catch, though. Maybe there never is.
Exactly.
Like,
maybe I don't know.
Maybe you've got a destined path.
I hope so.
Well, yeah. But I think that it is this. But you do have different outcomes. But it's like you say. I believe what you believe. The small choices you make in your life add up to the big.
So that's what I always think about with these choices. I think wherever you want to get in life, you'll get there eventually, because if you've got that. Sight, you'll get there.
What's meant for you won't pass you by.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it is. I do also think of the little things and think like what leads to this and this and this, and then that's what makes it hard.
And you're on a journey, so it doesn't matter what direction you go down, it will end up, we were saying this before, we've said it a million times, it's not linear. The end game, you might have to do all this and then go back and then 4 steps forward and 10 steps back to get to the end. And it's all, and along that way you're learning everything. You're meeting yes men, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're making your decisions, you're learning. You might have a bit of a downfall, but then you'll come back stronger. It's you
do always get stronger from it, don't you?
Absolutely.
You don't let it get the better of you,
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so in the end, I guess at some point it'd be nice to look back, and I think it makes you stronger, definitely.
What's the dream?
Yeah.
The dream. I think the dream is, to ultimately be able to just like sing, songwrite, perform my whole life, and just share stories and just entertain people, really. And just do that for as long as, and just
do your love.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
You will.
Have you, because I looked on YouTube, you've got 11,500 subscribers or something like that.
What a ridiculous amount of views.
That's a lovely
ridiculous. Hundreds and thousands.
Have you then been noticed in the street, or has anybody come up to you and said, "You're Charlotte"?
No. But
Yet.
I did. It's a sweet story, actually. I've got one fan who's like, oh my gosh, she'll love that she's been mentioned. I hope. Hi, Sophie. She's
Hey,
like,
Soph.
she's probably one of my biggest fans, which is it feels weird to even say that I'm fans.
Well, you better get used
it's
to
quite
it.
surreal, but she's the sweetest girl ever, and she made all these she made an Instagram fan account,
Cute.
and she's like the first one to do that, and she's just been very, very supportive. And the story is, we were going on holiday in Northumberland for a little break, and she was at this festival where the Vamps were playing. I think it was at South Shields, and we stopped off and saw her and said hi. So I actually got to meet her and got to meet someone who really supported me so much.
Yeah,
and I kind of just
and
wanted
you know
to
what?
give
It's
something
great
back.
that you know, because we say as well, when we look at the people that write into us and stuff, we know the same people will write
It's
in.
so lovely,
and,
isn't it?
You know, in years to
core
come,
followers.
when you're way off into your life and your career is taken off, you'll always remember Sophie. Hello, Sophie. You'll always remember her. What a lovely thing.
Absolutely, because it's those people who actually do put you up on that level.
Yeah.
They create a hype around you, and it's just so nice. I find it amazing how people listen and are so engaged with us. That's what I found amazing. And with us being on Coronation Street as well, you're on it for I remember being on it for just about 2 weeks.
Honestly.
And already people have so much to say about you.
Yeah, this morning, literally, I was buying coffee from the petrol station on our way here, and the lady was like, "What are you doing today?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to be interviewed," and I'd said, "Buy you both," and she's like, "I know him. I know him." I was like, "Oh, yay!"
It's amazing. So, yeah.
You're famous. Literally. But yeah, so she's like, "Let me know how it goes." I was like,
Absolutely. That's why we
so
bring.
cute.
You know, that's why we love it, because I'd love to see you hit the heights of fame and do so very, very well.
touch wood and things.
You've got a great attitude. I know you're going to do well. I can feel it.
Oh, thank you.
How do you think you're going to handle fame?
Oh my
when you
gosh,
get
that's
to it?
like, I've never been asked that. I think if and when law of attraction and positive thoughts, it
Manifest
happens.
that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll be so not starstruck, because how can you be starstruck with fame? I think I'll be dreaming, I think
it
I'll
makes
just,
sense,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Again,
it'll
I
feel
think your
very
family will be there for
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
And they'll keep you grounded. And you can't really prepare for that.
You
can't really
can't.
answer that question. It's when it happens and you'll deal with it, but you're a good girl and you're a good person. So.
Usually it amplifies your personality. That's what you find, isn't it? Like if you were a certain way before, it doesn't change you. It just
It can change a lot of people.
Yeah.
Do you think you
Change a
feel more
lot.
comfortable in yourself? Because I feel like, when you're trying to make it, break it, you're kind of, I don't know, you're always slightly reserved because you're trying to be the best version of yourself and be say the right things and etc.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe when you've made it, you haven't got the filter anymore, so you're more calm, relaxed, maybe more.
Well, it depends, because I
Confident
can't.
in yourself.
Not that any
Yeah.
of us are super, super, super famous.
No.
But it's like I can imagine that if the whole world knows who you are and you can't even go out for coffee at the petrol station, I'm sure it is going to have an effect on you. And
It's life changing.
you may start to wonder who are your friends and who it's a different thing, but you don't even need to worry about that, because it's a journey, and you'll learn as you go along.
I can tell your head's on straight. So
Definitely.
Good. I'm glad you can.
Definitely.
So getting into the music industry once again, you're becoming a singer. Are you still being told what your image should be, how to portray yourself?
There's definitely when I first started at the studio, definitely been talk of oh, what should your hair colour be, or oh, what picture should we paint? But no, I definitely control my image and choose.
You've got a
what I wanna
gorgeous
do.
image going on here.
Thank you.
I
It
can't
changes by
talk
the
today.
day. It changes. Yeah.
How you feel?
Literally, yeah. I'm such a girly girl, but then today I've got army pants on, so
No, it's
it
good.
just is whatever. Yeah.
Very pop star. She looks like a pop star.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
thanks.
think if
Sound like
anything was
Louis
gonna
Walsh
say,
there, but
you're a pop star, darling. Pop star. That's not.
is Louis Walsh Cockney now?
That's my go-to accent.
Wait a minute, he's Irish.
He's Irish.
Yeah.
Right? That's no, I can't.
I can't do an Irish accent.
Yeah,
Wait,
let's
no,
not butcher Louis Walsh. So they don't. You're given the beauty of having your own identity, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I keep wanting to change my hair colour. Long story. I used to have hair like down, like here. I can't on the microphone,
Really
like hips.
Yeah.
And I just suddenly cut it all off to my shoulders and dyed it bleach blonde because it was like a natural blonde. But now I can't grow it anymore, and I'm like, oh.
What do you mean you can't grow it anymore?
The bleach has just stopped it growing.
Yeah, you can get that back though. Can you not dye it a bit darker?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what to do because the image is kind of like this blonde at the minute. So that's kind of the image for my artists and things.
So what do you see yourself as an image then? What are you trying to attain with that?
My image is just blonde and girly. Well, that's really stereotypical. It's terrible. Just like whatever I fancy wearing. Girly, a little bit sassy.
Youthful. I know what you mean.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But I guess if I wanted to change my colour one day, I would.
Yeah.
But I like the kind of light blonde at the minute.
No, it's good. It's eye-catching and definitely.
It does make you stand out, but you stand out yourself in general, so you could change it. It'd be fine.
Yeah.
Do anything. How old are you now, Charlotte?
I'm 21 in March.
21 in March.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, compared to me, you are 10 years younger than me.
I mean, 21 still, I feel like that's like kind of a figure.
21 is
isn't
a
it? It's like
great age.
Yeah, that's when, like, I think for me, life was quite slow up until 21, and then all of a sudden, it just before you know it, you're 30.
Oh no! Don't please no.
Like,
So get cracking.
it does. It does fly after 21. You are so right because you're looking forward to 21 so much that it arrives, and then you're like, okay, where do I go now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of that age, isn't it? It's like you're an adult. You can drink in America.
Yeah, that's it. That was one of the biggest things for me. I went over to America when I was 18, and obviously coming from England, where it was all legal for me to go out to the clubs, have a drink or whatever, I then went to America and felt like a little baby again. So I was like, oh, I just can't wait till I'm 21.
And I've never been to the US.
You never been?
So now when I go one
Exciting.
day, I'll be an adult there and everything.
What's your preferred destination? Where would you like to go to?
No, either. I've always loved New York. I've just been obsessed with New York. So either there or LA, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
New
think
York
you can
or
deal
LA?
with all? I've heard LA's a little bit fake. Do you think you can deal with all the?
Can be.
Can be fake.
Apparently so enthusiastic though. My friends just got back from LA.
I feel like you'd be good in LA.
Do you think
You've
so?
got the energy. I think you'd slot right in.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd love to go. My friends just got back from there and she said it's like so positive, enthusiastic. The energy's really good.
Oh,
so
right,
that
okay.
entices me. Is that the word? Entices.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd
Very
like to go
exciting.
see it. Yeah.
I feel like you will. I feel like that'll be a step soon.
Yeah. Have you both been to LA?
Have you been?
I went to New York,
Yeah.
and it was the greatest experience.
Did you go like winter time?
No, I went
or-
summertime. So I went during July the 4th. I was there for, and I stayed
Oh,
for about
nice.
9 weeks. I did a summer course there for
Lovely.
acting, and I just looked. New York was for me where I should have been born.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to think that,
Yeah.
but then it got kind of mixed with LA. So I like that too. But
it was just because
Really?
it's still got that. It's not completely American. It's got that European vibe because essentially it's the gateway from Europe.
Yeah.
So you've got so many different cultures. The buildings are designed. Don't know if you've ever been around the Northern Quarter in Manchester. No, but
High buildings.
high buildings.
Like
They've got
blocks.
like ladders and stuff coming down, fire escapes, and it's because I assume when they built all that in Manchester, the Northern Quarter, I think they then went over to America and had the same architecture over there. So you find
really?
it's very,
You think?
very similar. Yeah, because they filmed the first Captain America in the Northern Quarter because it looked exactly like.
Mike Knowles' wife, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, she was, wasn't she? No, she was. Was
so
she?
Manchester's
She's
like a
dancer
mini.
in it, yeah.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was before. I did catering on it. So, I was on set. It was brilliant walking around on set.
Was it?
It was fantastic. That was
So
a few years ago.
Manchester's like a mini New York. I mean, the
in
northern.
the
Northern
Northern
Quarter. The look
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the feel of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
I
get a
like
chance to
it.
go around it and you'll see, like, oh my God, yeah, the buildings are quite similar.
Oh, I like it.
But yeah, anyway, with that
Yeah.
boring conversation. The architecture of the buildings. What do you think?
So, Charlotte, what is the next step for you?
next step is to release music and to gig the music too. So so I've got
next month.
2 gigs planned so far, but there'll be like many more, hopefully, touch wood and things, but many more. So we've got 29th of March at the City Hall, where also playing Scary Barlow and Alfie Bow and S Club 7. Yeah, and more artists, but I don't know if I can actually announce them yet, but very excited. I feel blessed that my first gig is like amongst the greats, and I'm shocked.
Yeah, well, they say if you want to be, what did they say? If you want to be a millionaire, hang around with millionaires.
So, I believe that.
Defo.
Yeah,
so you're in the right place.
I know. Well, that's Elliot, my producer, who I adore, who's got the trust in me to let me do that.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Elliot.
Fantastic. So what's the working relationship like then? What's the process of you making music?
Okay, so few ways. So like when I'm writing on my own songs, it will be from a life experience. Like I can never sit down and be like, okay, Tuesdays is songwriting day. Like it just doesn't work like that. Something will have happened. I'll be like, right, I've just got to journal it. Like songwriting is like journaling for me, really. So something will happen, I write a song. But in the studio, it's not like that. So like obviously you're booking in songwriting days. Yeah. So, it'll be like Thursday, next week we're going to write a song. So what happens is with the team there, I write with Tom Barker and Elliot Kennedy, and we will go in, either one of us with an idea, stimulus, or I will bring in something that's happened and be like, okay, this has happened, I want to write about this. But
and do you feel a safe environment
where
you can discuss how you feel?
Yeah. Elliot and Tom are so down to earth and lovely people. They are great people. So we've got like a really good working friendship going. So we have a good chat and laugh. It's a good day. It's not like a work day where you just go in and you write a song and you go and leave. We get lunch, we have a chat, catch up. It's a lovely environment. Fantastic. So it's fun. Yeah.
And when you go in, do you have like an image of the result you want, or do you just go with the flow and see what happens?
Sometimes not. Like it depends on the song. Like once I knew I was writing with Elle, and I just kind of had things in my brain that had happened or I wanted to speak about. But this was one of the song that might be the single. He just said, Charlotte, what do you think about this? I just kind of came up with this morning. I was like, oh, I love it. And it's like it's all
just
about
as you do. Just
yeah, I loved it. It was just like a club. Well, it was like a club kind of sassy song. Yeah. And we just kind of ran with that idea. So it changes. It so changes as things.
Do you enjoy writing?
Very much. Yeah,
good.
It's lovely.
It's good.
Very therapeutic. And
would you ever get somebody else to come in and write a song, or would you just be like,
I love it. I'm open to it now. I think I first started co-writing 2 years ago. Yeah, so when I first started, it still is. It was my first ever time co-writing. I think at first it was quite intimidating because normally my songs, when I wrote songs, were so personal because I just experienced something sad, happy, and it was like my little diary. And then I was doing that with 2 men in the room, who I'd say first met, and it's, I don't know, it's just it's different being so personal with other people there. It's just a learning curve.
Yeah, to discuss personal things that happen and go into detail about how you felt. It's
about relationships and things. It's like you kind of find out who you are in yourself as well. Sometimes more you're gonna dig a bit deeper when you're with someone else, because I think when it's just you writing, you go, okay, yeah, that sounds nice. Okay, move on. Yeah. But when someone's in the room, they're like, what do you mean by that?
Challenge
I'm like, ooh, what do I mean? Wow. Yeah. But no, as time's gone on, writing with Tom and Elle, we're friends now, I'd like to say. So it's a comfortable atmosphere. I don't feel like I can't, not say anything there. So
yeah, brilliant.
Yeah,
that's
it's nice.
That's definitely what you need especially because you are a true artist by the sound of it. Yay. You literally, true artists to me, pour their heart out. And it's just so raw, and that's why everybody connects to it. So
expressing yourself, expressing emotions,
and
then you'll have people singing those back to you soon. So,
are you ready for that?
Those lyrics.
Yes, please. So yeah, like I said, there's definitely an eclectic mix. So there will be the heartthrob songs there. Yeah. Is it heartthrob, like the more emotional?
Yeah.
ones?
Oh, I love a good ballad.
Ballad, that's the one.
Yeah, love song, love it.
So, are you ready for touring then? Are you ready to spend days, months, weeks?
I want to go now. Home? Literally, really? That's what I want to do.
Right.
I want to live on that tour bus. I do. That's the dream. It's funny because that is actually probably what I aspire to do more than anything. I just find it fun.
Being on the tour bus. Yeah. I couldn't think of anything worse.
I also agree with Tisha.
It's so funny. The thought of not being in a room with a bed and a shower.
My mate's on...
I just want to die.
Is there not showers though?
There probably is, but you are on a tour
Some of
bus.
these tour buses are quite nice, but...
and then I need
as
to
far as I'm
cook.
aware, but-
I'd need to cook.
My mate's on tour
meal.
with Warhorse at the minute, and it's hard. He said it's hard. It's hard having to not just deal with yourself, but it's to deal with other people. He said, and it's like, especially when you've got contrasting lifestyles and all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah, but there are some people that are made for touring.
Oh yeah,
you are certainly.
Charlotte sounds like.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I am.
Yes,
It might be different.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
just
think you
thinking
will.
of like the positives, like being surrounded by the creatives on the
Oh,
road,
yeah.
seeing places. That's what I'm thinking of. But it's all the other things that I don't think about.
By all means, I mean, you're young, and I think that helps a lot. You know, you are, you're much more, easygoing when you're younger.
Yeah.
I think when you get to
No
my ripe old
responsibilities.
age
You
of
can
30.
jet off
Yeah.
and chase your dream. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Aww.
So just to probably wrap it up, I probably just want to ask a quick question about Instagram and stuff like that. And you've got quite a cool Instagram page. How do you kind of like? How does that integrate into YouTube? Do you and your whole career? Do you find like it's hard work posting things all the time? Do you manage your account yourself?
I manage my account myself. Yeah, did I say that right? Manage my account myself.
You manage your account yourself?
Yes. And I think it is quite hard work. I think I'm a perfectionist, so I even get hard work like down to the whole theme of things. I'm very particular with it all. But no, I think Instagram and YouTube, I love them both.
Yeah.
I love them both. And I have like made, I guess, fans, I'd say, who transfer from like Instagram to YouTube, which is the goal. Because I think YouTube is like the main
platform. Yeah,
YouTube can get everybody involved with. I've heard it's like the second largest search engine other than Google, and Google owns YouTube. So that's...
Whoa. Yeah.
So... all the searches that you're going to be typing on Google is going to come up on YouTube anyway. So that's how integrated it is.
I mean, I guess I always, thinking about it, when I ever search for something on Google or I always go to YouTube.
Yeah.
I think I was trying to...
done.
Yeah, I think I was trying to learn a Scouse accent the other day. I was like, how to speak Scouse? YouTube video.
YouTube,
Yeah.
It solves everything.
Yeah, I learned how to DJ on YouTube.
Really?
Amazing.
Yeah. There was this guy who taught how to do it, and I just learned from there.
I mean, actually, I think when I got Logic, Pro, the software, I think that's how I
basically learned how to use that as well.
Yeah.
Which I'm using.
It's like how do you get rid of a hiss? YouTube.
Wow, love that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Wow.
without that, I mean, where would you go? You'd have to just ring people.
There'd be a lot
guess.
less. I think it creates a society though where, what's the term? It's jack of all. What is it?
Jack
of all trades, master of none.
That's what it is. So everybody kind of knows how to do little bits of everything, but isn't actually the master. I'm not the master of recording at all, but I know how to do little bits.
I'm like that. Yeah. Enough to upload the covers.
Exactly,
But I can't do anything fancy yet.
Yeah.
I'll try, but
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, this has been a wonderful chat. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
Charlotte.
for having
Thank
me.
you.
My first podcast ever.
Oh, well,
Yes.
it's been a pleasure.
Yes.
And we sincerely wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you. And same
In
to
your
you.
future.
Let us know when
Same
you're
to you.
touring around here. We'd love to come and see you. Yeah.
Oh, well, actually,
Now that you say it.
my I've got a vocal coach lesson after this, and he's putting on it's not pop, it's musical, but he's putting on shows like all around the country in theatres, and I'm seeing Great Showman songs.
Oh, amazing!
Where is it? The theatre is it Bolton? Like
Bolton
Opera
Nottingham.
House or Bolton?
Nottingham?
Maybe somewhere
Okay.
in Manchester. It's a theatre. I need
Oh,
to
Opera House.
maybe.
The
Yeah, I'm
Opera
sure it's
House.
Opera House.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
won't
yeah.
be-
Amazing.
Seeing it there at some point.
Okay.
Manchester.
We'll find
Just
out.
saying.
We'll find out,
Let
and
us
we'll
know.
be there.
Yeah, oh my god, yay.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you
Charlotte.
so
Thank you
much,
both.
Charlotte. See
I
you
really
soon.
enjoyed it.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, Charlotte, for that.
That was fabulous. I do literally feel like I'm flying high on cloud nine right now. That girl has the most
Punishingly positive
She has
attitude.
the most positive,
She's gonna
infectious.
beat you with her positivity.
Hasn't she though?
She's great.
She brings such a youthful glow to the
Yeah.
podcast, and
You need it. You need.
She's going to go far.
Yeah, you need it in that business. I imagine
You
it's
do.
quite a hard harsh industry to get into.
Yeah, and I think behind, the smiles and the, her positivity, she's a savvy girl. She's clever.
Absolutely.
I don't think you can pull the wool over her eyes, and especially with, the family network that's behind her and her management team, which she's clearly very close with. She's done her research. She's done her training. She's clever.
Absolutely.
I wish her all the best, and she was great to have on the show.
Fantastic. Yeah. I mean, she got into that school in Birmingham.
She did
at the age of 12.
I know, and her family, her mum moved to Birmingham, like that. I tell you, that sort of thing. It would have been a struggle for a mum. I'm almost certain, but that's when you look back. That's like for us. My dad. And my mum sometimes. My dad drove to every single audition, took time off work, and you forget. I actually forget, because I said to my mum, not long back, I thought, how did I get there? Oh, well, your dad took you. But how? Well, he took the half a day. But he must have done that like 4 times a week. Oh, my God. So stuff like that, the sacrifice parents will make when they know you've got talent is incredible, and then you don't end up being where you are. No, I mean, we would never end up being where we were if it wasn't for the parents making
it's all a waste of time.
No, if your parents didn't move to Birmingham,
of course,
if you didn't take the half a day and run round while all your kids do all these activities, would you have the opportunities that you do now?
It reminds
Probably
me
not.
of that Chris Rock joke when he says, the parents talking about shit they're supposed to do. Yeah, well, I take care of my kids. You're supposed to take care of your kids.
I love Chris Rock.
Parents is, it is a parent's job to do that, though, isn't it? So it's not necessarily your parents' job. It's however you want to take it, how far you want to go. Do you know what I mean? Some parents haven't got the time, haven't got the money, to take time off, haven't got the money to drive you here, there, all over the country to audition. Sometimes they've got other children, baby. So she's a very lucky girl, and she's got an amazing family, and I just think she's special. Yeah, absolutely. But hopefully watch this space. Absolutely. Hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of it in the future. Yes. But until then, if you enjoyed this episode, you can rate, review and subscribe to our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify or Stitcher. And if you want to drop in and say hello, you can find us on the socials at Instagram and Twitter at @_dropin or Facebook at the Dropin MCR. Absolutely. And we have a massive back catalogue of episodes now you can go through. So have a listen. Just go onto Apple Podcasts, type in the Drop In, and we'll be there. Got a lovely picture of me and Tisha in cartoon format. I know. We look sweet. Thank you very much, Chris Holdros. Absolutely. Another shout out. Woo! Okay, so that is it for this week. Thank you very much for joining us. We shall see you next week. Bye-bye. Hello. We're back. So we've got to the part of the podcast where myself and Dean have recorded the footnotes. Probably the best part of the show, in my opinion. What do you say, Dean? I say so. With the pitter-patter of the rain on the roof, it makes me feel extremely comfortable about this section of the show. We certainly have fun recording them. It's the part of the show where we clear up all the sweeping statements, all the lies, all the facts that simply aren't true. So without further ado, the footnotes. Numero uno. So, we was talking about the Sam Smith song that Charlotte was singing, No Peace, and we were deliberating whether it was Yebba or Mr. Loverman, Yebba, and it was Yebba. Yebba. Yebba with an E. Y-E-B-B-A. Yeah. She's got a beautiful voice, and it is a stunning song. Where that comes from? Yebba. What an interesting name. I know, I didn't really look into that bit. No, never mind. She's a beautiful singer. I love her. Number 2, Bruno Mars. We were talking about songs that Bruno Mars has sang, and I made a statement saying that he wrote the Adele song All I Ask from her album 25, and he did, but then I had to find out more songs that he's written. He's also written the CeeLo Green, Fuck You, Jay-Z, Kanye West, and I think featuring Beyonce, Lift Off, great song. Flo Rida and Kesha, Right Round. The Vamps, Can We Dance? Flo Rida and Akon, Who Dat Girl? He's done loads. One song is quite questionable, Right Round. Right. Is that the one that goes, You Spin Me? Oh, God, that. Yeah, but it's just, think how many people know that song. Yeah, but it's very much based off that 80s tune from, what's his name? Pete something. Oh,
Oh, Pete Burns.
Yeah, Pete Burns. You spin me right round, baby,
right
which is
round,
infinitely
like a
better than
baby, right
the Flow
round.
Rider.
Oh, yeah,
version.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
wow, that song should be struck from this earth. From Flow Rider.
Bruno, if you're listening,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mate.
Just call it quit, mate.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. Third, we've got Kanye West's
Kanye West is it?
Kanye West's ex-girlfriend.
Amber Rose. We're
Amber
talking
Rose.
about women who shave their hair off, and she's had a shaved head for years, and she looks like
Great.
fierce as fuck.
Fierce, yes. We like shaved heads.
Yeah, so I was right with Amber Rose, but I thought I'd just pop that in because I was right, you know.
Yeah.
Just like to...
You know, just show you are right all the time. It's
That's
fine.
right. And then on to number 4. Was the Northern Quarter based on New York? Now, that was a very... Whoa.
Wait, did I say...
Whoa. You said it was based on New York.
Or did I say it the other way around? Did I say New York was based on the Northern Quarter? Say well played.
New York was based on the Northern Quarter?
Yeah, because Manchester was made first.
But the Northern Quarter wasn't made after New York? Before New York?
I don't know.
No.
Who knows?
Surely not.
Anyway, it's got the same architecture.
Right, well, I really don't think New York's going to base itself on the Northern Quarter, if I'm honest. It's surely going to be the other way around. But do you know what? Don't hold me to it.
All the inspirational places in the world you could base yourself
I found that it had a resemblance to Manhattan and has also been known to film Captain America,
Mm-hmm.
Peaky Blinders, and the spin-off Spider-Man movie, Morbius.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, it's had a lot of...
That was the most recent one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not sure when that's set, though, but...
Yeah, me neither.
Still looks like New York. So that's why they filmed here.
But you said it was built based... It's all right. Do you know what?
Anyway,
I'm not going to keep
Shout
talking.
out one from the list. Number 5, you made a saying...
I said, if you want to be a millionaire, hang around with millionaires.
With
I couldn't find that quote anywhere. The best thing I could find was this, over 2D.
Yes, if you want to be a millionaire, start thinking like one.
Yes.
Which I suppose, start thinking like one by hanging around one.
Yeah, don't think there
Or
is a
few.
quote. I just could not find it.
Yeah, surround yourself with people who...
Like-minded people.
Like-minded people who
Yeah.
want money. So, you
okay.
think like you want money.
This is the best one. I said the best till last.
Okay, good.
Dean made a very bold statement. And to be fair, you gave it everything you'd got. You made out like you knew exactly what you were talking about. You said YouTube is the second largest search engine. It's not. It's not even on the 10th. It goes Google, Bing, which is Microsoft's version of Google, Yahoo, Ask, AOL, and the list goes on. But do you know what's not on that list, Dean? YouTube.
Well, I'm not going to say anything because I know I'm categorically right.
Okay. The internet's wrong. Okay, then. Well, that's all the footnotes for this week.
There we go. On that categorical bombshell.
On that note.
On that note. Yeah, that's it for the show.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Shall be here next week and the weeks after that. But until then, have a great one. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.